A few facts you may not have known. 1. Scientists sometimes joke that the depths of the world's oceans are less well understood than the backside of the moon. This is quite a true statement. Today, according to different data, the world's oceans are only 2 to 5% explored. 2. There are real underwater rivers at the bottom of the oceans, or, to be more precise, cases of the so-called cold seeps. This is the name given to areas where hydrogen sulfide, methane, and other hydrocarbons seep through cracks at the bottom, mix with seawater, and then slowly move like rivers. And the word cold in the name of this phenomenon does not mean that the liquid in such bottom rivers has a lower temperature than the surrounding seawater. Often the temperature is even slightly higher. Scientists believe that cold seepage is confined to tectonically active zones of the oceans. For example, this phenomenon has been recorded in the Japan Trench, where the oceanic crust sinks beneath the continental crust. 3. Apart from the underwater rivers, there are also underwater waterfalls in the oceans. And some of them are much larger than their terrestrial counterparts. A total of 7 such waterfalls are known to date. The reason for their emergence is the difference in temperature and salinity of different parts of the ocean, and the complex topography of the seabed. At the boundary of water areas with different conditions and underwater slopes, dense water tends to the bottom to replace the less dense water. The largest currently known underwater waterfalls are at the bottom of the Danish Strait, which separates Greenland and Iceland. It is about 4,000 meters high and stirs at least 175 million cubic feet of water. For sometimes milk seas appear in the ocean. Such a sea is a vast glowing patch of ocean. Although there are many photographs of this phenomenon, it is not known exactly how it occurs. According to one version, the Sea of Milk appears because of the luminescent bacteria Vibrio harvii, which create a prolonged glow in large areas of the ocean. 5. According to a 2011 study published in the journal PLOS Biology, there are about 2.2 million species of organisms in the ocean, of which only about 194,400 species are known. 6. The largest fish living in the world's oceans is the whale shark. Individuals of this species were 12.65 meters long and reached weights of over 21.5 tons. Today, whale sharks inhabit all tropical and temperate warm seas. But the largest inhabitant of the world's oceans is, of course, the blue whale. Its length reaches 33 meters, and the mass of the animal can exceed 150 tons. At the same time, the smallest fish in the world's oceans is Schindleria brevipinguis, which lives in the coral lagoons of the Barrier Reef. Fish of this species can reach only 8.4 millimeters in length. 7. At depths of more than 1,000 meters from the surface of the ocean, in an area where no sunlight penetrates, and where there is little food, live amazing fish, often with a frightening appearance. Because of the lack of light, they have small eyes, or none at all, swim slowly, and never chase their prey to conserve energy in conditions with insufficient food. These fish simply wait for their prey, or are lured in with a special fishing rod. Most deep-sea fish are not large. Large fish cannot feed here, but the bellies of many of them can swell to hold more food than the fish itself weighs. The most common deep-sea fish are gonostomes and sea devils. And the deepest fish is recognized as the Abyssobrachula, which was found in the trench of Puerto Rico at a depth of 8,370 meters. 8. False bottoms have been known to form in the ocean. It was first learned of in 1942, when several acoustic-sounding specialists discovered a strange layer in the ocean at a depth of 300 to 450 meters, reflecting sound waves. Later it was discovered that at night this unexplored layer rose to the surface of the sea, while during the day it descended to the depths. Then it became clear that the false bottom could be formed by living organisms that avoid daylight. There was a lot of speculation about what kind of organisms created the false bottom. But in the end it turned out that squids did it. After all, in packs they are able to distribute themselves evenly, and thus are able to form a dense mass, which can become an obstacle to sound.